Fran, you were saying that telling me what you think you accomplished most by being here.
I'm not optimistic about stopping techno. I think what we accomplish most here is talking about Israel to people passing by, let them know what's happening there.
Give me an example. Are people really ignorant about what's happening there?
Very much so. Very much so.
Why do you say that?
Because their response is usually something about it being the only democracy there and so on. And then we start talking about how Palestinians are being treated. And they're astounded. They're
Really?
totally astounded.
Really?
Yeah.
And so you think that you've had some productive conversations here?
Absolutely. And all of our street work, I think, is ultimately about that.
What?
Letting people know how the Palestinian people are being treated in Israel. They don't know.
Even
really
in Israel,
don't.
or in the West Bank too, and Gaza, or
Both places.
Yeah, I see.
Both.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
And I think that is our major achievement. And
So you think you've opened some minds?
for the moment, maybe. I don't know where they'd be the next day. But if this happens repeatedly, they may start viewing things in a different way.
And are these Jews, non-Jews? It doesn't matter?
Doesn't matter, really.
Yeah, I see.
Jews get a little nastier.
Get a little?
They're nastier
Yeah.
about it.
But when someone said, what do you say, because I assume these aren't long conversations, what is it that you're telling these people about Israel? What do you say about Israel? What is, in your two...
I say that they are committing genocide against the Palestinian people. And it may be a slow genocide, although sometimes it's not so slow. And the number of deaths. I think that we're too gentle when we use the word ethnic cleansing. I don't think that really tells the whole story. I think when there are thousands of people, including children, in prisons in Israel, some being tortured, when they shoot people that come out in a peaceful protest.
Yeah.
That's murder.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fran, you're Jewish, right?
Yes.
How did you come to this issue? Aren't most Jews Zionists?
I don't know, but I come from a progressive background.
Yes.
So we started realizing quite a while ago, Bud actually did before me.
How long ago did you start realizing?
15 years maybe.
Have you lost some friendships because of your work?
It's put a strain on them.
It has.
It's definitely put a strain on them. And if I know it's going to make good old friends hysterical, I avoid the subject.
I missed that.
If I know old friends are going to get hysterical and upset and start yelling, then I don't bring it up.
You don't?
But they often do.
Yes.
Because they're uncomfortable.
Yes.
So they bring it up. So, they'll say, I'm uncomfortable with the boycott.
Yes.
So, well, what would you suggest in its place? Well, we could buy Palestinian olive oil. This is the best, that they'll come up with.
And what do you say to that when they say, let's...
I say that's not going to work. Everyone is saying, where is the civil disobedience, the Gandhis of Palestine? Well, now that they're here, everything they're doing is cause for criticism. So I recognize that I have my limitations, my friends have theirs.
What are your limitations?
I don't want to tell you about that.
Okay. Fran, would you have used the word genocide a few years ago, or is that part of your learning curve?
It was part of my learning curve. I just thought there was a lack of equality. I didn't realize how bad it was.
And have you been over there?
No, I won't go.
You have not?
No, I won't go.
You won't go there?
No, I won't go to Israel.
But have you ever been there?
No.
So why are you I gotta feel and touch and see something to believe it. Why are you convinced of the truth of the statements you've made without you having even been there?
Because I read my cousin's blog pretty much every day.
Desert Peace?
Yes.
Yes.
And he describes, a child killed by a rubber bullet while playing
Yeah.
in a playground.
The UN statements and the resolutions put out by the Security Council.
Well, they're not talking about how bad things really are. But, I trust the people that I'm here talking about it and writing about it.
Yes.
And last summer, or the summer before, we went to the Human Rights Film Festival at Lincoln Center. They showed a film there called Hebron, This Land Is Mine.
Yes.
Where they spoke to different people about what was going on there. It was very easy to see. It was very obvious. And
You mean that it's...
how bad things are
I see.
in Hebron. And I have a friend that was there, he said he was terrified there.
Yes.
The scariest place he's ever been. But people got up there and said how horrified they were and how shocked they were by what they were seeing in this film. And this went on for a few minutes, and then someone in the back raised their hand and said, "What about Shalit?" And it had nothing to do with anything. They were quickly changing the subject. And,
Yes.
and my feeling was if they couldn't respond in a rational way,
Yes.
all they could do was yell about Shalit, then we could leave. Then this tells me something.
They don't have an answer.
No, not at all. All they could do is yell about Hamas or something like that.
Fran, thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you for being here, and thank you for writing
That's
about it.
mine.